Monogatari is back. After over 5 years of pain and emptiness, my reason for living finally returns with a new adaptation of the off/monster season. But before I get too ahead of myself, let's just talk about episode 1. And let me spoil the answer to the question of whether or not it's good. It's good. But while we are undeniably back, we might not be in quite the same form as before. Let me explain. In terms of the show's visual quality, I had very few concerns going in, to be honest. Despite the staff exodus of employees leaving, Shaft has honestly been putting on some sleeper hits recently that nobody thinks are weird, and this is one of their only major projects right now. It's got that classic Monogatari style with all the beloved motifs, the scene counters, the text flashes. It's really just a blast from the past in a great way. It follows Yotsugi as she observes Tsukihii Phoenix in her natural habitat. Yotsugi is a doll, merely a motionless machine of information in and information out, while Tsukihii is essentially her perfect foil. Incredibly expressive and at times forgetful, where Yotsugi thinks without acting, Tsukihii acts without thinking. She's basically Monogatari's agent of chaos. She brings this chaos to Yotsugi, and seeing Yotsugi struggle to interact with it is an amazing watch. It honestly kind of reminds me, hear me out, of like a classic Key and Peele sketch, where one of them is a straight man and the other one brings them like a magical rat into their apartment that can cook or some shit. It's comedic gold and a format that's as old as time itself. The episode is riddled with existential thought experiments considering the differing states of immortality these two share, and it compares and contrasts them in a manner that's very interesting. Perhaps the best part of this new episode, though, is the return of that one girl from that one song. Nadeko is my favorite character in the series, and one of my favorites in all of anime, so seeing her mature and develop even further is an absolute treat. In a very thematically relevant way, she kind of took a backseat after second season, but seeing her back in a prominent role is just beautiful. Honestly, this whole thing is just beautiful. The visuals hold up, the new OST is still fire with making an appearance for the ED, and the dialogue has that classic Mono charm to it. The only one thing that's leaving me with any sort of mixed emotions is the runtime of this episode. 32 minutes. So what's the big deal? Usually when an anime breaks the 24-minute episode format, it's a great sign, indicating that it refuses to rush or elongate its story, opting rather to go exactly as long as they see fit for an episode. And Monogatari has always done this. Hell, one of the arcs is a movie trilogy, one of the seasons is a bunch of mini-episodes, and several random episodes throughout the main series have run considerably longer than 24 minutes already. Mono's dedication to capturing different arcs in different and unique ways is actually one of its strong suits. But as much as I want to straightforwardly laud the anime for taking its time on this big comeback episode, there is a pretty relevant detail I think I should mention. This one episode adapts an entire arc. This is a new precedent for the series, I think. I don't know, I'm dumb. But usually the series gives at least 2 and as many as 7 episodes for each arc, but this 1 1/3 episodes worth of runtime stunt is something very much new. The off/monster season adaptation is supposed to be 14 episodes long, which is interesting considering it has to cover like 50 episodes worth of content. I thought at first that this part of the season may be the off-season part and there would be a second season covering the monster season part, but the name off/monster season suggests to me that they are likely going to be intertwined. So are we going to continue this trend of short arcs and long episodes? Will this adaptation go full Katanagatari and start releasing 49-minute episodes? Who knows? But no matter what, I'm really excited to find out. Tsukihii Undo seems to have fit really well into this meager runtime, and I have faith in Shaft's adaptation skills. This first story, which is being told from the perspective of a frank and logical doll, can probably afford to have the fat cut out and still be quite effective. Honestly, this is one of the better episodes of Monogatari I've seen in a long time, so I wouldn't be too concerned this first arc is so short. Overall, I'm excited that it seems like Monogatari is going to be playing around with this season. Episode times are already out the window, and a new precedent has been set for the shortest arc. I think depending on the arc, the adaptation is going to vary wildly, and frankly, I don't know what to expect. But that's what's so sick. This is the anime of the summer, and it has so much more in store. The off-season will be adapting various arcs from the perspectives of various characters, while the monster season will be covering Araragi's college years where he gets that dumbass haircut from Monogatari. I plan on continuing to cover Monogatari in the future as I have in the past, so if you like this brief little video, you should subscribe or whatever because it helps a small channel like mine out immensely. Anyways, before I say peace, I want to thank my awesome patrons so much for supporting me. B, Sumgoon, Trey, Hermit's Nook, Artemis Locke, Karta, and Funky Boy Haas. Thank you guys so much as always. Alright, now I'm gonna say peace.